We're on the number one end of the car looking at the pilot, and it's not obvious from any of the photographs, but we did find that there were two braces, which we can see if you look underneath, that supplemented the wood to keep the pilot straight. When this car was worked on in its earlier years, the whole end was taken off, and these strips of iron were there, but they were all bent up. They must have caught on the track or something and curled themselves up. So this went right around like that. So these had to be straightened out flat, and this piece was all right, the one that went across. And then we bolted it all together and gave it lots of heavy coats of all grip so that it should be well protected, because it's not something you can get at easily. So essentially this pilot, with some very small details accepting, is done. Now let's go look at the number 2 end. This is the number 2 end, and as you can see, Jim Mackle is in the process of putting the teeth on. The frame is bolted on both ends to the fixed pilot braces, I guess we're calling, or yeah, pilot braces. Here's the frame underneath. Again, this one was all bent up. This one was still on the car when we started working on it, and we had to take them all apart, straighten them out pretty well. Underneath, there was no cross piece, and we don't know whether there was one there or not. There were holes, as if there was, but it had disappeared somewhere along the line, so we had to fabricate a new one. Now there are holes in that. No, not where they should be. We're going to have to put a bolt here and one on the other end so that this all becomes a unit. Something else that has been added recently is the knuckle coupler has been put on, and this is all ready to hook on to something else. The one on the other end, we had trouble with the pin not fitting, and we don't know why it doesn't, so we're going to have to do a little grinding on it. To lift this, there are various rods and so forth which have got to be bolted on, but that's a later sort of thing. Now if you look underneath, you can just, actually we'll have to do it from the other direction.